Buenas a todo el mundo, piltrafillas. Aquí estamos otra vez con Alistair. Y con el... ¿Tú quién eras? Ravela. No me interesas. El maestro Arwin nos quiere ver, ¿no? Que parece que es el único que en las palabras se las lleva el viento. Tyrion Lannister. Que parece que es el único que se alegra de vernos, porque nuestro primo nos odia, nuestra hermana nos odia. La Ravela esta, que ya el numercito suena mal, nos odia. Hombre, queda un hermano. Pero visto lo visto, también nos odiará. Maestre, dígame usted, ¿qué se ha bugueado?
Alistair, there you are.
¿Qué tal?
Please leave us. So, you're not too unsettled by the situation here?
I spoke to Eliana. She has still not accepted my absence.
That's not surprising. She has suffered much since you left. She had toughened against the pain. But now that you are back, she would not know how to react.
I understand her anger. I pray for things to improve with time.
Coño, que para ayudar, no me fastidies. No me trates así tampoco.
As I told you, Ileana took over managing the lands when your father began to fade. She moved heaven and earth to try to get River Spring out of this mire.
Our family has always served House Lannister with loyalty. What have they done to help us?
For 15 years your father refused to speak with them, but after his death, Ileana requested an audience with Queen Cersei Lannister. The audience did not go well, and the Queen will only help us once River Spring has a new lord at its head. So your sister worked towards this end. River Spring has belonged to House Sarwick for generations. Ileana has refused to marry a lord from any other house. So, the Queen has chosen a man for your sister.
Who is it?
Valar, your father's bastard son, your half-brother.
Valar. I left Westeros hoping never to hear that name again. It is out of
Mátalo y hazte tú con el poder, coño. Yo los haría.
How can the Queen condone a marriage which goes against nature?
You realize that if Ileana were to wed another lord, she would take her husband's name. Being a bastard, Valar has no family name. It was the only solution to keep River Spring for House Sarwick.
What has changed? He was but a simple squire when he went off to war with me. Only a knight may marry a lady.
Valar rose through the ranks and was knighted. The Queen took him into her service.
But Valar served House Sarwick. How did he get close to the Queen?
Seeing him return alone from the war, your father blamed him for your disappearance. No matter how much Valar claimed to work for the prosperity of House Sarwick, your father wouldn't hear any of it. He cursed him and chased him away from River Spring for good. Your half-brother was mad with rage and left seeking vengeance. Apparently, he spent several years at the Citadel, using education to compensate for his low birth.
A maester cannot become a lord.
He never became maester, but stopped at the rank of acolyte. He learned the art of war, studied the higher mysteries, and forged links. He was then thrown out of the Citadel several years later for studying the forbidden arts. He's been a sellsword ever since. His reputation spread quickly, and royal ears heard of him. In 2 years, he went from simple soldier to the Queen's Guard. He moves in the shadows. The nobles of the court fear him.
How do you know?
No te preocupes, yo lo mato.
I went with your sister to the Red Keep in King's Landing for her audiences with the Queen. It is there that I learned what I know of him.
Valar. He has taken too much from me already. I cannot just stand by while he marries my sister.
There is something else of which we should speak. I would have liked to spare you this. I do not believe that your father's death was an accident. There are certain indications that lead me to believe that he was poisoned.
Are you sure?
Believe me, Alistair, I know this subject. The Strangler is a difficult poison to detect, but it leaves certain traces that cannot be caused by anything else.
And you have no idea who it could have been?
I am not certain, but there are rumors of a possible culprit.
Tell me who it
¿Quién?
is.
This may overwhelm you, but the rumors say that it is your younger brother, Gawain.
Joder, una
Gawain.
casa locos.
He was but a child when I left.
He and Lord Reynold had some serious quarrels, and he disappeared on the very night of your father's death. We've had no news of him since.
Joder, menuda
Why?
casita.
Why would he have done such a thing?
Maester Harwin, the people are rebelling. Rioting has broken out throughout the town.
With all of this festering discontent, it was only a matter
Joder,
of time.
venga,
before this
más
happened.
problemas.
Tell me, does the River Spring Guard have the situation under control?
For now, they are securing the entrances to the castle. Barricades protect us from a direct attack. But the streets are inaccessible to us. We have too few men. The guard is overwhelmed.
Who is behind this revolt?
I think I know who leads them. I crossed paths with a certain Tyrek when arriving, a rabble-rouser, telling the people to take up arms.
Tyrek? I heard some guards say that he was getting people worked up in the marketplace.
How did things get this far out of hand?
Well, the lords left the castle after the burial, with their fine clothes and all. Whereas the villagers are starving, all of this flaunted wealth must have pushed them too far. Everything erupted. The villagers began to attack the lords, taking them hostage.
Que se
You
jodan.
said that the revolt is being led from the main square. We must go there immediately.
Captain Ryman says that it's impossible. Our men are barely managing to keep them at bay at the castle doors. There are not enough of us to attempt an escape.
Where is Captain Ryman?
He is at the doors. He's the one that ordered the barricades.
7 hells! If Ryman deals with it, the revolt will end in flames and bloodshed.
River Spring has already suffered too much. I must join Ryman. River Spring needs me. I will not watch our land fall into ruins without acting.
Very well, but I beg you to be careful. You are a Sarwick. Act as a liege, Lord Alster, and know that your acts will have consequences.
I will do what must be done.
I am sure you will.
A ver. Primero. ¿Tú me vendes algo? Sí, me vendes algo. Ya está. Si no, después ya... ¿Qué? Amigo. Gracias, macho. A veces le cuesta, ¿eh? Así veo que no tal cambio y pongo una mano solo. ¡Venga! Por cómo le cuesta. Más vale mofarse del juego que jugar y perder. Jenna Lannister, ¿eh? A ver, primo, ¿qué pasa aquí?
Well, look who's here. Dear Alistair. What have you come for, my good cousin?
I hope you're thinking more clearly than you were earlier.
I have no lessons to learn from a coward.
Let's not start that again. Ryman, I did not come here to fight with you. What can you tell me of the situation here?
We've almost regained control of the southern part of town. My soldiers are about to clean it out. But in the marketplace, there are still skirmishes between rioters and people loyal to our cause. Nobles who came for the ceremony are still being held hostage by rebels on the docks in the northern part of town.
Very well. Let's go, Ryman. I want to see this for myself.
Really? His lordship would like to see this for himself? Well then, I'd be happy to accompany you to see this. I cannot wait to see you reason with this gang of peasants. I hope that blade at your belt is not just for decoration. Here, take my flask. You might need it.
Qué gracioso. Hay 3 objetivos. Pues sí. Bueno, vamos primero por aquí. Check. ¿Qué vais a hacer, locos?
Ah, there you are, Captain. We were about to execute these men. They must learn who's in charge here.
These people must have committed serious crimes if they are to be executed.
They were amongst the rioters. They must be guilty of something.
If you execute people without reason, the situation will only grow worse. Allow me some time to question them.
What shall we do, Captain?
These vermin don't deserve such kind treatment. But fine. Let's see what my cousin is made of.
Deja de apuntar, me dan miedo. ¿Qué dices tú, Alin?
Tell us why you're here, friend.
They started it. We just came to ask for something to eat.
Shut your mouth, scum! You killed one of our men in the port, and you will pay for that!
This guard claims to have seen you at the port storehouse.
I was there with the others to demand food, my lord. But I'd already left when that guard got an axe through the head.
Let him go.
Very well.
This man was found near the dying body of one of our men. Look at him. He's pissed himself. You don't need more proof than that.
What were you doing near this guard's body?
I beg of you, my lord. I am innocent. I swear it by the Seven.
That is not what I asked. Why were you close to the body?
I am innocent. I did nothing. I killed no one.
This man apparently killed a guard.
Everything leads us to believe it, my lord. We found him carrying an enormous knife.
What were you doing carrying a knife?
Well, because I'm an apprentice to the butcher in the marketplace, my lord. I use the blade in my work, nothing more.
Did you find him with the blade in his hand?
No, we found it in his pouch, but the blade was caked with dried blood.
Dried blood, you say? The blood would still be sticky and fresh if it belonged to our man. Let this man go immediately.
Very well, my lord.
Creo que el otro debería haber hecho igual, pero no lo hizo. ¿Qué manda?
You're finally to die, you piece of shit.
¿Te quieres callar?
I've nothing to do with all this. My lot kept out of it from the start.
I don't give a damn. You've been a pain in our asses for far too long.
What were you doing during the rioting?
I live in the inn overlooking the port with some friends. We haven't set foot outside since the revolt started. A group of armed guards arrived and dragged me off in the middle of a game of cards. So, that is River Spring justice, huh? Quick executions without reason?
For what crime do you wish to punish this man?
He belongs to an organized gang currently ruling over the port.
They hold the merchants to ransom. They all pay with coin or their lives.
We have good relations with the merchants on the port. They appreciate our protection.
Protection? Don't make me laugh. We finally have the chance to get our hands on him. River Spring will be better off without him.
Send him to the dungeons. The situation in town is too dire to let him roam freely.
Our friend already knows the way.
You're making a grave error, my lord.
Cállate. Mafiosos a tu casa.
You'll
No
pay
queremos
for what you
mafiosos.
did, whore.
I wish you had been in your squalid house as it burned.
What are you accusing her of?
She set fire to my house. I found the bitch admiring her work and celebrating.
Yes, I set the fire, and I'm proud of it. That monster deserves a lot worse.
If you set his house on fire, you do realize that a lord can cut off your hands for far less than that.
Oh, please, don't cut off my hands, my lord. Your guard there. He took advantage of the rioting to violate my little sister. I found her in tears, unable to speak.
You can't call that rape. The girl didn't even put up a fight.
I'll gut you and make you eat your own shit.
A fire started during the rioting, the rape of a young defenseless girl. You will both go to the dungeons of River Spring.
Ala.
Are you done, my lord?
Yes, but no one is to take such decisions in the future without telling me first. Try to at least hear what they have to say before passing sentence. Is that understood?
Yes, my lord.
So that is how you plan to quiet
Ole.
the rioting, by getting the townsfolk to side with
O
you.
sea, qué bueno soy. Aunque el primero lo hice mal. No, por aquí no. ¿Oh, sí?
Open this gate. I'm going to town.
Understood.
What is going on here?
There's an angry mob on the other side of the door. We closed the portcullis behind them. Ha, the idiots are stuck inside. But it should be fine. The door is strong.
Open this door immediately. We'll try to reason with them.
I'm not sure that would be very wise, my lord. They're pretty wild in there.
Cállate.
That's really
Hazme
what you
caso.
want to do.
Ah, vale, no puedo hacer nada. Vale.
Hey, up there! Open the door for the captain.
Aquí hay uno. Bien, a ver.
Shit! The captain of the guard! Not a step further, or we will kill all of these lords.
Pues matadlos. Me dan...
Bastards! They're going after the burial guests. How do you want to proceed, Alistair?
People of Riverspring, I am Alistair Sarwick. Why are you attacking these innocent people?
We've been dying of hunger for years, while these lords and ladies with their jewels just strut around us like peacocks.
Start by letting these people go. Nothing can be resolved while you still threaten them.
Free them? You must be joking. The port's merchants are all penniless. We ask only for enough to buy new wares and reopen our stores.
Our lands are sick and the castle is low on coin. But these lords here are under my protection, and Riverspring will pay for their release. Ryman, hand them your purse. Ilyana will repay you at the castle.
You have some guts. I'll make sure you repay me. Here, beggars. Now get out of my sight.
Thank you, Lord Alistair. You acted like a true lord.
Sí me gusta.
Your talents as a diplomat are equal to your father's, Alistair.
Your compliment warms my heart, Garrison. You should take advantage of this calm to go home. The situation here should return to normal soon.
You're right.
Venga.
You acted admirably, my lord.
What were you doing, ferryman?
The lords wanted me to help them leave the town, but these brutes attacked us before I could cast off the moorings. It's a good thing you arrived when you did. I didn't think I'd make it. Let me know if I can return the favor.
Gracias, Víctor, me has caído bien.
Pay a ransom? You are aware our coffers are empty.
Bien, nos queda uno. Por aquí.
Captain, be careful. The rebels control this area.
What are you going on about, Craven? You think you can restore order to the town by hiding like a little girl?
There are quite a lot of them, armed to the teeth in the marketplace.
Archers, listen to me. We will attempt to resolve the situation, but you'll have to move from here. Go position yourselves high on the roofs and balconies with a clear view of the square.
Do you hear him? Do what he says and quick about it. I think I understand your little plan, Alistair. The archers covering our backs will lend a bit of strength to our negotiations.
The archers will not fire, Ryman. Our sole objective is to make the villagers see reason.
Eso. Si se ponen tontos, sí. Se les dispara. Si razonan,
You are
no.
completely mad. Nothing good will come of this revolt.
You'd better think well, Baker.
Preston. Ah! Preston!
Please, Preston, just listen to yourself. We've lived in the same town since we were little.
Bola de cebo. Bien, bien. Bonito
What's
nombre.
going on here? Attacking the castle guards wasn't enough for you. You have to fight amongst yourselves too.
Ah, there are the guards. Milords, we are faithful to House Sarwick, and we're trying to calm them, but it's impossible to make them listen to reason.
Traitors! You wish to continue living in squalor and eating only what the lords shit out?
Te quieres callar.
Silence! I am the son of the late Lord Sarwick. Who is behind this revolt?
He's a merchant who works at the port, goes by the name of Tyrek. He's well respected by the people of Riverspring.
Tipo ese.
At least he's one of ours. He suffers with us and fights with us. He's the only one who's dared to act while we die in squalor.
I understand. I will ask that food from the castle be distributed. But first you must stop this revolt.
You would do that? Swear by the Seven, and we will put down our weapons.
Very well. I swear it by the Seven.
Come on, lads. Let's get out of here. I hope you'll give us as much as we need.
The people will never be abandoned again. Trust me.
My thanks, milord. I was so afraid the situation would get out of hand.
Unfortunately, Riverspring has seen too much of its own blood these last hours.
Tyrek promised them that there would be no innocent victims, and those poor sods believed him.
My Lord Sarwick, Tyrick, the leader of the revolt, has turned up at the castle doors. He will only negotiate with you.
The traitor finally shows his face. It's time to put a stop to this madness.
Do not take this man lightly. Guard, tell him I'm on my way.
Very well, my lord.
Ha desaparecido. Y yo no estoy. Soy dos espadas. Y ahí está el otro. El que estaba por aquí antes. Cámbiate el nombre. Bola de sebo no es práctico. Poder de poción. Aparta. Ya, ¿en serio? Me cago en... Buah, qué injusto, tío. Le mando los garrotes. Vale, ya está. Por aquí. Por aquí. Tú. Ábreme.
Open the gate. I'm returning to the castle.
Very well.
Very well. Oh, very well. Tú.
At last. The man who everyone is talking about? The famous Alistair Sarwick? We already spoke on the quay. You pretended you were just a foreigner. But now that you're with your guards, you finally show your true face.
This morning I was only a stranger, but the situation has changed and I have to act. You are the man who started the rioting which led to a full revolt.
You know nothing of our problems. Your family sits warm in your castle while we die of hunger in the streets.
He proved that he is on our side today, Tyrek. He preferred to use River Springs coin to appease his wealthy allies on the wharf. But he was generous in his judgment, and he was able to stop the slaughter in the marketplace.
I've made decisions which may seem unjust to you, but they were for the good of River Spring. Our town is where it is today because ties with the lords of the Westerlands have been cut. To bring our lands back to health, we must gain the trust and support of the lords.
Unfortunately, your efforts seem to be in vain, Alistair.
May the lords of the Westerlands rest easy. From now on, I will do everything in my power to restore River Spring to its former glory.
Hazte con Lannisport y Roca Casterly.
You reveal yourself for what you are. Despite your actions during the rioting, you defend the privileges of the lords. Nothing changes. The people will continue to die of hunger while the lords feast.
During the rioting, the people of River Spring did not die of hunger. They died by the sword, Tyrek. Do you not take any blame for having brought about these massacres? River Spring has suffered heavy losses on both sides, the people and the guards alike.
The Guard will fight to the end for the survival of River Spring, but your decisions did not help us at all. You're so interested in gaining the people's love that you'll lead the town to ruin. You can't rule the town with weak actions.
The people no longer support you, Tyrek. Your cause means nothing now.
He's right, Tyrek. The rioting was foolery. Many of our people died today. Leave it be.
Y el otro ahí.
Enough bloodshed, Tyrek. Accept your defeat. Accept your situation. You have no support anymore.
You may have calmed them with your pretty speeches, but I know that it won't change and we'll just keep dying.
I will rebuild River Spring again.
Como vuelvas a abrir la boca, el que muere eres tú.
And you will hear it all from the dungeons. Guards, take him away.
Hala.
You succeeded, Lord Alistair. These riots very nearly destroyed River
Por supuesto,
Spring.
¿qué te crees?
You address me as Lord now?
Although you do not officially hold the title of Lord, you have shown that you have the soul of one. From this point forth, I shall address you as such.
I shall try to be worthy of your trust. The town may be appeased, but I could not please everyone.
It is difficult to lead. Your choices will always leave someone unhappy. The important thing is that you made decisions where others would simply let the situation deteriorate. The decisions you made today brought peace back to River Spring. That is all that matters.
He is right, Alistair. I never thought I would say this, but River Spring needs a man like you. It would be a shame for you to leave now.
Thank you, Ryman. Rest assured, I do not intend to leave. Not anymore.
Hombre, gracias, mi primo me
Now
apoya ahora, menos mal.
Care of, I would like to carry on our discussion regarding my brother, Gawain.
Not here, Alistair. It has been a particularly delicate matter since the death of Lord Reynold. Find me at the castle.
Understood.
Vale, pues vamos a dejarlo. ¡Hombre del pueblo! Vamos a dejarlo por aquí. A ver qué pasa con nuestro querido hermano. A ver si realmente mató a nuestro padre o no. Ya sabéis, like, favoritos. Y al que no le ha gustado, pues mala suerte. Nadie es perfecto. Adiós.